delivery of cocaine. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. Ma'am, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. The public defender is for individuals that are indigent, that cannot afford a lawyer. So understand that you're in here without a lawyer. You're gonna be able to afford a lawyer?
No.
I'm sorry?
No,
Why not?
because I don't have it right now.
I know you don't do you have a lawyer?
No.
Okay. It says you make $1,200 a week.
I make how much? No, I make that every other week.
Well, you wrote $2,400 every 2 weeks. So that's $1,200 a week, right? So, all right. Well, I can't appoint a lawyer for you. You make about 3 times what you would need to make to qualify. All right. So just try and hire a lawyer, find a lawyer so you can get out of jail. Okay.
So I don't have no bond.
I'm sorry.
So it's still at no bond.
It's no bond. Yeah.
You know how long? How long?
Until either a lawyer gets you a bond or the judge gives you a bond. I'm not the judge assigned to the case. I'm just the judge that gives you the news. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Kevin Richardson.
All right, 22 CF 7471 AO, violation of probation on assault charge. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your name, sir?
Joshua Young.
22 MM 1901 AO, violation of probation on a battery charge. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
No defender.
Do you have a job? Any sources of income?
Social Security.
How much is that?
$840 a month.
$840 a month? Any other sources? Where do you live?
Was living at my place, 5015 Indian Atlanta Drive.
Well, I mean, is it a house, apartment? What is it?
It's a house. Rent a room.
And how much are you paying for the room?
It's like $225 a week.
That's all your money. How do you eat?
How do I eat? I got food stamps.
Okay. All right. So how much do you get in food stamps?
Like $225 a month.
All right. I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Your name, sir?
Close to Warren Reed.
All right, 2007 CF 19102 BO. It's a violation of probation on one count of robbery with a firearm. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. Is this an add-on from yesterday?
Your Honor, it was a reset. I believe it was to get his own attorney.
Yeah, did you find a lawyer?
No, sir.
All right. All right, you also have this trafficking in oxycodone greater than or equal to 7 grams, but less than 14 grams. Find a lawyer for that one?
Sir.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender on both those. I'll stay the bonds on both of those. Your name, ma'am?
Cynthia Romero.
All right, 22 CF 11577 AO, child abuse charge. Did you find a lawyer?
Yeah, my dad is in town. I spoke to him yesterday, and he said he had retained a lawyer for
You know
me.
who that is? Or
No,
the name of the lawyer? You know
no.
if the lawyer's coming today?
Yeah, my dad said that my lawyer was going to be here today.
All right, we'll roll you to the end, see if anyone shows up.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna push you back to the end. We're gonna give the lawyer to the end of the morning to show up. What are we doing with David York? Oh, is anyone here for David York? You didn't show up? So, right, was you supposed to show up? But then I told her to come back today. All right, so the alleged victim in your case showed up yesterday about 3 hours late. I told her to come back at 9 a.m. this morning, and we would recall your case if you hadn't bonded out. But she said she was gonna go bond you out. She's not here, so nothing's gonna change, okay? Done. She wanted to talk, and I told her
Yes,
to be
sir.
back at 9.
Huh?
She wanted to talk to me, And I told her to be back today at 9, and she's not here, so everything's gonna stay the same for you, okay?
Well, I got a question for you.
Go.
Do I, how you say, do I come, do I do I for his pretrial thing? Do I,
Qualify?
qualify for it? Yes. Thank you, that's what I'm,
No. No, I stayed your bond at 3,500. She said she was gonna go bond you out yesterday, so I'm not sure what happened there. She was gonna go to the bail bondsman when she left here. Maybe she had a change of heart, I don't know. All right, good luck.
Your Honor, we have the juvenile.
What's your name, sir?
Giovanni Alberta.
All right, Marion County wants you. 22 CF 3778, burglary of a structure, armed, and burglary, grand theft, $750 or more. According to this warrant, your bond set at $12,000. Miami-Dade has 72 hours to come pick you up, starting now, not counting the weekend. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you.
Your Honor, PD appointed on the out-of-counties?
I haven't been, no. Your name, sir? Not all week. Your name, sir? All right, 22 CF 11646 AO, battery on a person 65 years of age or older. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, state we just asked that you take into account, he does have one semi-recent failure to appear. So it was asked that you take that into account when setting his bond.
Any input from the defense?
No, just ask for a reasonable bond.
All right, I'll set your bond at $2,500, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Your name, sir?
Marquise Hayden.
All right, sir, 22 CF 11578 AO, one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic, one count of battery by strangulation, domestic, and one count of battery, domestic. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, state, just bring your attention to, he does have a fairly lengthy BAT DV history, a 2022 non-arrest misdemeanor, BAT DV, a different victim, a 2021 violation of PTR conviction on a DV case, assault DV, different victim, a 2021 BAT DV, a different victim, a 2020 BAT DV that came in as a burg dwelling with assault or battery as a different victim, and then a 2014 BAT DV that was a different victim. So we just ask that you take that into account when setting his bond, as these are also DV-related charges.
Any input from the defense?
I just ask for a one-time return, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set your bond at 7,500 on count one, 150 on two, 100 on three. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. No contact, no return. Maintain separate residence. You can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Your name, sir? Your name, sir?
Dorian Reed.
All right, sir, you're out on bond, you're in pretrial diversion and in possession of a controlled substance, 22 CF 4173 AO. You're here today in 22 CF 11614 AO, battery by strangulation, domestic, battery and battery domestic violence. Ma'am, your name?
Jaquisia, right?
All right, ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider in determining conditions of his release?
No.
Do you guys live together?
Used to.
Yes? Do you want him to come home?
We don't live with each other.
Oh, okay.
I believe she said they used to.
State, do you have any questions for her?
Yes, good morning, Ms. Wright. Do you want to have contact with Mr. Reed while this case is pending?
No.
All right, thank you. And ma'am, can you please state your name for the record?
Armani Dean.
Can you say it one more time? I'm sorry.
Armani Dean.
And you said Ms. Dean? And do you want to have contact with Mr. Reed while this case is pending?
No.
And what is your relationship to him?
He's her boyfriend, and they were spending some nights at my house.
Okay, thank you. I believe Ms. Dean is also one of the alleged victims, Your Honor, so they would ask for no contact with both.
All All right, any questions from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Any input from the state?
Your Honor, so just asked for a reasonable bond on all charges. He does have a recent failure to appear earlier this year, as well as other battery charges. So state would just ask for a no contact, no return, and we'll leave it within your discretion, his out on bond.
Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, I would just ask that you not revoke the out on bond, given that he's in pretrial diversion and it's an unrelated offense, and just a reasonable bond as to all other charges.
All right, count one, I'll set at $3,500, count two, $100, count three, $100. No contact with the alleged victims, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
Your Honor, there's another
Okay, no
case.
action on the PTD case.
And Your Honor, he also has an additional battery case. There's two.
I thought you, thank you for being here.
I have
Oh.
6768 and 1161.
All right, so you also have the 22 MM 6768 case, which was an additional battery case. I'll stay the bond on that case and I'll enter the same conditions, okay?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
So you have two cases. I was thinking that she was listed as the second victim on the other case, but there's actually a whole separate case for her. So that case I stated at 500 with no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay?
Was.
Your name, sir? 22 CF 11647 AO, aggravated assault, domestic, and child abuse. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, so we just ask for reasonable conditions.
Any input from the defense?
A one-time return, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set count one at $2,500, count two at $150. No contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement. If DCF gets involved, you gotta abide by any conditions that DCF imposes, okay?
And Your Honor, I believe within the affidavit, the officer took pictures of swords on a religious shrine. I just wanted to inquire, if that fell under the weapons, firearms, and ammunition, just so Mr. St. Jean is clear.
I would think that any sword, whether it's ceremonial in nature or not, is a weapon.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Your name, sir?
Roy Thomas.
22 CF 10250 AO, aggravated battery on a pregnant person, domestic, and one kind of battery, domestic by arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at no bond on each. With conditions, no return to the location of the offense, no victim contact. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, state we just ask for reasonable bonds on both counts as he is otherwise entitled to them.
Any input from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set count one at $2,500, count two at $150. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hold on one second, oh, never mind. All right, so your name?
With it.
All right, you're out on bond on a violation of probation, 21 CF 9817 AO. You're here today in 22 CF 11429 AO, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic battery, domestic with a prior. The arrest warrant, according to this, your bond set at no bond. With conditions, no contact with the victim, no return to the scene to be set today. And you're also here in 22 CF 5359 AO, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic, kidnapping, domestic, battery, assault, all domestic via arrest warrant. Your bond on all those is set at no bond, to be a set at IAs. I'll appoint the public defender on, well, I'm sorry, there's one more, 22 CF 8973, burglary of a dwelling, criminal mischief. According to that, your bond set at 5,000 on count one, 1,000 on count two. I'll appoint the public defender on all three of your cases. State any input with regards to the two arrest warrant cases.
Yes, Your Honor, as to the 22 CF 5359, state would request no bond on count two and set reasonable bonds on all of the charges as he is otherwise entitled to them. I believe the victim in all three cases, I believe is the same. Miss Latoya Devine, so state would just ask that you take that into account, given it is the same victim. I believe one event occurred 9/27, one in May, and then one in July. So it does seem to be an ongoing issue between this victim and this defendant. So we just asked for bonds, taking that into account.
Right, any input from the defense? Okay. On the VOP, I'll revoke your release, let the judge assign that, determine what a reasonable bond is. In case number 429, count one, I'll set at $3,500, count two at $100. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. In case number 5359, count one, I'll set at $3,500, count two, I'll stay at no bond. Count three, $100, count four, $100, and I'll stay the same conditions. And in case number 8973, I'll stay your bonds in that case.
So basically,
Your name, sir? Your name?
Warren Barkley.
22MM 6773 AO, one count of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. Appoint the public defender. Your name, ma'am?
Marissa Bennett.
All right, ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider in determining conditions of his release?
No.
You guys live together?
Yes.
You want to have contact with him while this is pending? No, okay. State, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you?
No, Your Honor. She did state they live together, Your Honor? I
You
couldn't
live
hear.
together, and you do not want to have
Okay.
contact, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd ask for a one-time return, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set your bond at $500. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You can return once with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
How long is like for this like no contact injunction? How long does it last?
So it will last until the case resolves.
Okay.
And it could resolve in the charges being dropped, or charges not being filed, or a trial, or a plea. And this could take anywhere from a month to a year,
Okay.
okay? Just kind of depends on what trajectory the case goes in.
Okay.
And, Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release. He can't afford the bond.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Any other questions, ma'am?
No, that's it.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Your name, ma'am?
Crawford.
All right, 22MM 6771 AO, one count of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Or I'm sorry, were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Hire a private attorney.
Okay. All right, so the purpose of this morning's hearing is for me to determine conditions of your release at this point. You can't get out of jail till you see a judge. I'm the judge today. It's gonna be someone else tomorrow. I don't know who that's gonna be. You can either go forward today without a lawyer, and I can set conditions of your release, or I can roll this to tomorrow morning. You can come back tomorrow morning with a lawyer and do that. We can go forward today, and once you get out, you can hire a lawyer, but you can't get out until you see me. So do you want to go forward today without a lawyer, or you want me to roll this to tomorrow?
I could go forward today without a lawyer.
Okay, all right. Your name, sir?
Darnell.
All right. Is there anything that you want to tell me? Anything you think the court should consider?
This by understanding that like we just had a lot of disagreements, so this is a way for us to understand, disagreements of what we had at the time being. So I hope that it will make it, much better and understandable as in to us as grown adults to actually work this out more better, not just for me, not just for her, just for our child, because we do have a newborn child that we just had a month ago, and he's a month and 2 weeks old, and I don't want to see his mom in this predicament, because I've been down this road too. So at this very moment, I just want to be released, but I just want her to understand at this very moment, this is her first time. I want her to understand and be more an adult and come to an agreement and understand the decisions that it comes towards the requirement of being in this situation. It shouldn't have to got this far, but it got this far because of the situation that occurs to that. But now, I hope that she understands the meaning of how far it done got. And now she in this predicament. Now she in jail to the point now she can't be released today. Now that she in this predicament, I hope that she can understand, at least, please just understand that she have a child at home that really love her. I love her, but I just want her to understand to the certain point that, please, like, can we just get along? Can we just start the argument? Can we start the fighting? Can we start the bickering? Can we be all together as a grown person? That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
You guys live together?
Yes, we do.
You wanna
I
have
a child
contact with
too.
her? Do you wanna have contact with her?
I can still have contact with her. It's the only thing I just want with her is just grow and just be better about this situation. It couldn't got this far, but it got this far for her to be here. But now it's here. I hope that she could be able to come to a better conscience to actually be understand the ability of what just happened and just grow from this.
State, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, she qualifies for PTR. State has no objection.
Defense, any questions?
She said she wanted private.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, ma'am, I can release you through the pretrial release program. You don't have to post a monetary bond. The conditions are no hostile contact. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, or emotional abuse. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Is that acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me that you think I should consider?
That's acceptable.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you.
Your name, ma'am?
Paulette Montoya.
All right, 22 MM 6780AO, one count of battery, domestic violence, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I thought I had a state attorney.
So the state attorney is the one that's prosecuting you. Were you looking for a public defender, a lawyer to represent you?
A public defender.
Yeah. Did you fill out a financial affidavit?
This.
How can we all have those? Can I see it?
Do you have none today?
Are they in the back?
Can I see that one? How much money do you make?
It's not enough.
Well, we don't know what enough is. That's relevant. Oh.
I have $300 in my bank account and I need to move.
No. Thank you. All right, ma'am, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. In order to qualify for the public defender, you'd have to make $522 or less a week. You make $650 a week, okay?
Fine.
So I can't appoint a lawyer. State any input with regards to release?
Your Honor, I believe she's had an ID hold, but otherwise I believe she would potentially qualify for PTR. So State would just ask that you set a bond, or if she qualifies for PTR.
Her hold's removed. There's no hold there, and yes, she does qualify for PTR.
All right, ma'am, I can release you through the pretrial release program, where you don't have to post a bond to be released with the conditions: no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Is that acceptable to you? All right, thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
My car is at the house.
You can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Thank you. Your name, ma'am?
Alexis Lonergan.
22 MM 6776AO, one count of battery, domestic violence, reviewed the affidavit. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Oh, we got them all?
Sorry, Your Honor, can we roll her to the back? They're trying to bring the, I guess,
Oh, yeah, the co-defendant?
they're trying to bring him up.
Donald?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey.
I'll just go ahead. If I don't have a form, I'll just temporarily appoint, because nobody seems to have a form. Oh. That's all right. All right, sir, your name?
Marzel McDonald.
You're here in 22 MM 6785 AO, one kind of violation of domestic injunction. I'll temporarily appoint the public defender, review the affidavit, found probable cause. Ma'am, your name?
Adrian Williams.
Is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think I should consider?
Yes, Your Honor, I don't know what's going on with this judge with the injunction. I went to the Harbor House in order to get some assistance with writing out my injunction. She wrote something different. I have a bruise on my leg that I showed the judge, pictures of the bruise on my leg from running from Marzell. Marzell have bust a window over my head. Marzell have blocked my car in for me not leaving the home. I explained to the judge that Marzell is in the last year or so, Marzell have been very, very abusive mentally, physically with me hurting myself. And I do not want any contact with Marzell McDonald. She has allowed Marzell to be in the home. Marzell ran away from the injunction. And when me and Marzell have problems at home, his statement is, get the crackers involved, meaning call the police department to have them to come out and do whatever they're gonna do. The last police department that came out, they made Marzell leave the home because Marzell was intoxicated. I told Marzell that it's not working out, that he needs to move. It's my apartment. My name is on the apartment. Marzell refuses to leave. Marzell told me when he went to court on yesterday, the lady explained to him, no violence, no arguing. Marzell called me at the gas station after we left court, 2 minutes from where we live at, came to the gas station, did a U-turn when he seen me there, came there and made a big scene, went all the way in the store, made a big scene, came home after that and made a big scene at home as well. I do not need any contact. I am a nurse. I have a 2-month-old granddaughter in the home. I have a son. She went as far as asking me, how many bedrooms? I say I have 2 bedrooms, my bedroom and my son that's 35 years old bedroom, who name on the lease, and she still allowed him to have contact with me. When he got home, he picked at me. It's our apartment. It's this, it's that. I do not need any contact with Marzell. This is the second day I have missed from work dealing with this injunction.
All right, state.
Your Honor, state has no questions. State would just ask for a no contact given the allegations within the affidavit.
And then I temporarily appointed the PD. Anything from the PD? Oh, he does qualify for the PD.
He doesn't?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. The only thing I would ask for is a one-time return to gather any belongings with law enforcement, Your Honor.
All right. All right, I'll set your bond at $2,000. No contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. He can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to get what he needs, okay?
Yes, sir.
Shows up without law enforcement, that's a problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Ladrikius Reader.
22 MM 6763 AO, battery domestic, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
Just reasonable conditions, Your Honor. It appears he has no history.
Any input from the defense?
I would ask for a one-time return with law enforcement.
All right, so he's temporarily appointed, you're temporarily appointed on this
Okay.
one, because he doesn't actually qualify.
Okay.
All right, set your bond at $500, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings, okay? All right, thank you.
I could return.
One time with the cops to get whatever you need.
What if she's already moved out and this is my apartment?
If they determine that she doesn't live there, then you can stay. All right, your name, sir?
Jordan Collins.
213-000 CFA, out of county warrant on a petty theft. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. Seminole County has 24 hours to come pick you up, starting now, not counting the weekend, okay? Thank you.
Did you count? How much was that?
Is there a big winner for the day, right? What about, the next one I have is Triviana Rogers. All right. You're Rogers?
Yes.
All right. CF 22008429 AO. You're here on out of county warrants out of Polk County. You have 53 warrants. I'm just gonna go down the numbers for you real quick. You ready? 15,000, 15,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Armed burglary of a structure, conveyance, a number of theft, firearm, grand theft, criminal use of personal ID, multiple counts. Anyone do the math? No? All right. Polk County has 24 hours to pick you up, starting now, not counting the weekends. Do you have any questions? All right, good luck.
158,000.
158,000, you did the math? All right, your name, sir?
Morning.
Good morning, your name?
Cosme Sanchez.
All right, F, 17011639B, 3 out-of-county warrants on a burglary, resisting and a grand theft out of Miami-Dade. Your bond on those is set at no bond. Miami-Dade has 72 hours to come pick you up, starting now, not counting the weekend, okay? Thank you. Your name, sir? Your name?
Robert Bauer.
06 CF 1782 AO, lewd and lascivious molestation with a victim under the age of 12 on a violation of probation. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, he's HRSO reporting instructions.
All right, you have, sir, you have 48 hours from your release to report your address, okay? All right. Your name?
Good morning, Ronald Sanders.
All right, so you're here in 2020 CF 9750 AO, violation of probation on delivery of cocaine. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney? Oh, wait.
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, he has in another case as well.
You're also here in 20 CF 10991 AO, VOP, fleeing and eluding. Your bond set at no bond on that one. I'll appoint the PD on that case as well. All right, so other than Romero and the co-defendants, that's it for first session? Romero and the co-defendants, right? Yeah, that's Romero. Yeah, let's bring her back. Are we ready on the 33s?
All but one, so we can do them, and then I'll just ask for that one to be in second session.
No lawyer yet. We rolled you to the end. What do you want to do? You want me to roll you to tomorrow, or you want to go forward today?
Are there any attorneys present that can take another client?
Nobody showed up.
Anybody else that's here hired by somebody else?
There's nobody there.
Okay,
It's empty.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I have very bad vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to proceed with what you have to do in your role in this charges, I really don't have any knowledge of my rights.
All right. Well, you have the right to remain silent. That's one important right that you have right now. So let me just explain this real quick. 22 CF 11577, you're here on a child abuse charge. So the purpose of this hearing is for me to review this affidavit, make a determination if there is a valid reason or probable cause for your arrest, and I do that. And now the state attorney will give me some input as to what they think the conditions of your release should be.
Okay.
So state, any input?
Your Honor, state would ask for the normal conditions for a child abuse, including no contact with the child, comply with DCF, no weapons or firearms, and would ask for a reasonable bond, given she is entitled to it, and given I believe she has no other criminal history.
All right, so I'm inclined to give you a bond of $1,500. You'd have to post $1,500 or use a bail bond of 10% to get out of jail. With conditions, no contact with the alleged victim, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and if DCF gets involved, abide by any conditions that DCF imposes. Is that acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me? I understand you have a right to remain silent.
I'm going to enforce my right to remain silent.
All right,
I understand what you said to me.
okay, thank you. All right, and then you're Alexis? Okay.
He's not coming.
No Donald? Okay, all right. Review the affidavit found probable cause, temporarily appoint the public defender, actually appoint the public defender. He qualifies for, PTR.
Yes.
Does she want a $500 bond or PTR?
Want it pretrial release.
All right, we'll give her PTR, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Who lives, both of you live together or no?
No.
Okay, great. Your name, sir?
Donald Lonergan.
Thank you. You're here in 22 MM 6777 AO Battery Domestic Review. The affidavit found probable cause, point the public defender. He qualifies for PTR, $500 bond. What does he want? I don't know. I'm going to temporarily appoint the PD.
Pretrial release, Your Honor.
All right, we'll give you PTR, no contact, no maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Go, Jeff.
I have guns or knives or any weapons.
All right.
So I'm waiting on one, but I went ahead and sent them to you because there's a lot. So it's easier for you to follow along. Yeah, I'm still waiting on one. I'm gonna ask that to be moved, but I just went ahead and emailed it to you.
Yeah, I haven't done it all weekend.
It's lengthy.
I don't know. How about Brian Smith? 22 CF 9069.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
McIntyre, 6349.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Relaford, 10210.
Denied, and information was filed.
Mahone, 22 MM, 5490.
Can we move that one to second session?
Second session,
Yes, Your Honor.
that's the one we didn't know about.
Yes.
Wilson, 10402.
Granted, no build.
Bolkes, 10351.
Denied, and information was filed.
Aristil, 10319.
Granted,
Wilson, 10403.
denied, and information was filed.
Maxwell, 10306.
Denied, and information was filed.
Pierre, 10390.
Granted,
Neal, 10059.
denied, and information was filed.
Kuska, 10318.
Granted,
Bay, 9683.
granted,
Smith, 10185.
granted,
Battleson, 10411.
granted,
Kuska, 10321.
granted,
Henry, 9764.
granted,
Dominguez, 10304.
denied, and information was filed.
Jackson, 10342.
Denied, and information was filed.
Robertson, 10356.
Denied, and information was filed.
Knight, 340.
Granted,
Knight, 339.
granted,
Acosta, 6060.
granted, no build.
Jones, 10007.
Granted.
All right. That's everything except for the one for this morning.
Other than Mr. Mahone, yes, Your Honor.
All right. On a grand theft of a motor vehicle, 22 CF 8905 AO. Here today on a first-degree murder with a firearm and attempted first-degree murder with a firearm premeditated, 22 CF 11594 AO via arrest warrant. According to this warrant, the bond is set at no bond at each. To be set at an initial appearance, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State any input with regards to release.
Yes, Your Honor, state would request that you revoke all of his out-on bonds, and state would request that you set no bond on the new law offense, the 11594, as they are capital and life offenses, and he is not entitled to bond at this time, pending an Arthur hearing at a later time downtown.
All right, defense?
We reserve the right to have Arthur hearing.
All right, I'll revoke your release in each of your cases. You're out on bond. On your new case, I'll stay your bonds at no bond, no contact, and do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
Could I have just one second?
Meant no contact with victims and witnesses.
Yeah.
So how can I talk to my, you know?
All right. Eye contact. Your name, sir?
Aquan Cornish.
All right, 22 MM 6784 AO, loitering and prowling and resisting officer without violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. And I'll appoint the public defender. We have a history for him?
Yes, Your Honor, he has nothing,
Just arrest.
no convictions in state, federal arrest. Yes, oh, go ahead, State, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I looked up as well. He just has some prior arrests. He doesn't have any other convictions. So the offer relayed from the state was to withhold credit time served and no return.
All right, or I'll set his bonds at 250, 100. What does he want?
You would like to resolve the case, Your Honor.
And it's 1 day credit.
All right, sir, is this your signature? Read it.
Yes, sir.
Guilty or no contest?
No comment.
Accept your no contest plea. I'll withhold adjudication, sentence you to 1 day with credit for 1 day. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, and there'll be a no return to the scene. 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Let me see.
Your name, sir?
My name is Luis de Jesus Flores.
22 MM 6772 AO, trespass on property after warning. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and
Your Honor, state also did convey an offer to Mr. De Jesus of a withhold credit time served, no return.
reduce his bond to 100, or he can take the offer. No arraignment on Friday. Do you want the $100 bond or to resolve it?
You afford $100?
Are you my attorney?
You afford $100?
No.
Yeah, I know. Your Honor, my only thing is I didn't see any type of convictions. The only
What are you asking for?
ROR.
I'll give him an RO.
Thank you.
Gustavo D. Oliveira. He bonded, Your Honor.
100. All right. Your name, sir? All right, out on bond, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, 22 CF 10857 AO, here today, and 22 MM 6774 AO, violation of conditional release. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, any input from the state?
Your Honor, state we just asked that you set or revoke his out on bond, and we'll leave the bond on the new law within your discretion.
All right, any input from the defense? The violation is on this new, is on the new law offense, right? I mean, the aggravated battery.
I believe so, Your Honor.
I would ask that you set a bond, Your Honor, on the new law, and if you are inclined to revoke, you revoke in double. Based on the affidavit, it did not appear there was any violence.
All right, on the new case, I'll set a bond of $2,000, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. On the case that you're out on bond, I'll revoke your release in that case, let the judge sign in that case, determine what a reasonable bond is for you. Your name, sir? All right, your ROR on a possession of dimethylethylamine and paraphernalia, 22 CF 6723 AO. Here today, and 22 MM 6755 AO, possession of drug paraphernalia. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I think the state
Your
has
Honor,
it.
state's gonna announce a no info on the paraphernalia, so would ask no action on his out on bond.
All right, well, go ahead and ROR on that case.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Derek Griffin.
22 MM 6783 AO, resisting officer without violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Public defender.
All right. I'll temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you. I'll set your bond at 250. Is there an offer state?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would, in this case, he doesn't have any history. I would ask for an ROR. He likely qualified for pretrial
Does
diversion.
he have any history, Jeff?
No, Your Honor, he doesn't have any history.
All right, we'll go ahead and ROR him.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
You guys have a good one.
Good luck. Your name, ma'am?
Presley Hugo.
All right, you're out on bond on a possession of drug paraphernalia, 22 MM 6648 AO. You're here today resisting 22 MM 6775 AO. Say, do you have an offer? I'll set it at 100.
Yes, Your Honor, state did convey an offer of an adjudication, credit time served.
And Ms. Hugo would like to accept an enter plea of no contest, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the prior inmate, his last name was Griffin.
What about him?
Was it, bond pending inside the thing. He has bond pending.
Oh, but I ROR'd him?
Yeah,
All right, is this your signature?
Second.
Aye.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. Read it?
Just yours.
Yeah, okay. Is that Spanish or English?
English.
Okay. All right, guilty or no contest? I thought you said sí, señor.
No contest.
All right, I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to, 2 days of credit for 2 days. I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond. A year to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you.
Antonio Mallet is in the hospital, y'all.
How about McNutt?
That's her.
Okay. Because I don't have a mallet. Did I give you a mallet?
I have.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right. You're here out on bond on a battery, 22 MM 5764 AO. Out on bond on a possession of a controlled substance, conspiracy to introduce contraband into a facility, possession of drug paraphernalia, 22 CF 4905 AO. Here today, trespass, petty theft, open container, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, stay the bonds. Do we have an offer?
No, Your Honor, it's enhanceable.
I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond.
So it's dropped, sir?
No, it's not dropped.
Your Honor, could you tell me the bonds? I didn't have them.
What was it, 500, 100, 100, something like
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Thank you.
Emma Rose.
The next one I have is Oshaman.
He refused, Your Honor.
Oshaman refused. All right, 22 MM 6750 AO, trespass, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Roll, Your Honor.
All right. Roll that to tomorrow.
This is Mr.
Somebody posted your bond.
Where did Griffin come from?
He was the one that bonded, Your Honor.
Oh, so what do we need to tell him, that he's bonded?
Yeah,
All right.
just,
Yeah, somebody posted your bond, so you're just gonna bond out.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
You're getting out either way.
Alrighty, you guys have a good one.
Okay, see you again. No, well, we saw you twice already. I was saying just see you, like, saw you again, not see you again. Came out wrong.
Right, because he bonded.
You bonded.
Okay.
Madam Clerk, focus. Your name?
And
22 MM 6770 AO, criminal mischief greater than 200, less than 1,000. Reviewed the affidavit. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
represent myself.
All right, I'll stay your bonds at $500. Is there an offer state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I had a question.
Sure.
I'm on probation.
Oh, hold on. Okay, what's your question?
Question is, how would that work?
So there might be a hold, even if you post this bond, there might be a hold for your violation of probation, and then we'll bring you back and let you know what happens there.
Violent felony offender, special concern.
Yeah, BFSOC, yeah. So, the odds are if you post that bond, you're not getting out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, state would ask for a no contact, no return.
All right, no return to the scene, no contact with the alleged victim.
Jasmine Brigham refused.
All right, 22 4040 AO, failure to appear, temporarily appoint, waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, $100 or MHPTR if she qualifies. Your name, ma'am? 21 5048 AO, failure to appear on a criminal mischief with damage more than $200. Cornelius failed to appear for a VOP status hearing on July 8th of this year. Your bond set at no bond. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I'll do a public defender.
All right, you'll do a public defender, okay. Set her up. Go ahead, appoint the PD. Your name, sir?
Name's Joseph.
22 MO 1122 AO, open container, review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and, all
Your Honor, State Day Command offer to Mr. Johnson of an adjudication, credit time served.
right,
And he would like to accept and enter plea of no contest.
all right. He says a withhold or adjudication?
Adjudication, he just had one approximately a month ago.
All right, sir, is this your signature on this form? Read it. Did you read it?
Yes.
All right, guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Adjudicate them. It's a good time back there. Your name, sir?
Jonathan Larinaga.
22 MO 1123 AO, you're here on a disorderly conduct. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Well, did you want the public defender?
No.
Stay your bond. It looks like we had an offer.
There was, Your Honor,
Yeah,
it's an
I'm good.
adjudication credit.
All right,
And he would like to accept and enter plea.
okay.
No contest.
All right, is this your signature?
Yes, it is, sir.
Did you read it?
Yes.
Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson. And Your Honor, for, I believe this is Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
state's gonna amend
Two.
statute 3306. It should just be a possession of
He wasn't
alcohol.
voting?
Not voting. So, state announces
You
an
never
oral
know with the
amendment.
hurricane what was happening. All right, 22 MO 1125 AO, what's he want to do?
The offer from the state is an adjudication, credit time served. He would like to accept and enter plea of no
All
contest.
right,
It's 3306.
just a regular old open container?
City 3306.
All right, sir, is this your signature?
Yes.
Did you read it?
Yes, sir.
Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2. Costs, I'll give you a year, 30 days to appeal, all right? All right, good luck. Asunto Mieres.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded. I was making eye contact. Your name?
William Ireland, just like my country.
All right. I'm half Irish. 22 CT 5603 AO. You ever been there?
No, sir.
No, just named after it. All right. You're here on a DUI. I don't know if that's appropriate. Ireland DUI. Stay your bond. 500 appoint the PD. He also qualifies for PTRs. You want the PTR? Actually, he's got no history, does he?
He doesn't have.
Oh, huh?
Trial release, Your Honor.
All right. I was gonna. Okay.
Or you're gonna,
ROR him.
yes.
He doesn't have it. He has no
He
history.
has no
right?
history.
Yeah.
So what is it?
ROR.
ROR.
Oh.
Unless he wants PTR, what does he want?
ROR.
Okay. Did you ask him or just say that?
I just said it.
Okay.
I knew what was best.
Marisol Severa Romero.
Yes.
Bonded, Your Honor.
Okay.
Pablo Alexandra.
Yes. 22 CF 11627 AO, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive.
All right, state count 1, count 2 I'll reduce to 150, and count 3 I'll stay at 100.
What was the reason?
MH. Your name?
My name is Jacques
And your
Allen.
last name, Jacques?
Last name Allen.
All right, 22 CF 106250 AO, burglary of an occupied structure and a petty theft via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at 5,000 on count one, 150 on count two. I'll appoint the office of the public defender, and I will stay your bonds.
Your Honor, State would ask for no return, no contact.
No return to the scene, no contact with the alleged victim.
Burglary and petty.
Your name, sir?
Morris Anderson.
All right, out on bond on a Duelis, 22 CF 2755 AO. Here today for a Duelis, 22 CF 11634 AO. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bond. You also have a resisting. I'll stay that bond at 100. And on the Duelis that you're out on bond, I'll revoke that and set a new bond of 5,000. Your name, sir?
Michael Arnold.
22 CF 11619 AO, carrying a concealed firearm and carry a firearm in a place prohibited by law. Reviewed that affidavit. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Public attendant for today.
You have a job?
Yes, sir.
How much money do you make?
Around 200,000.
Yeah, you're not going to qualify for a public defender. You make more money than any of us. Public defenders for individuals that are indigent. So I can't appoint a lawyer. So the purpose of today's hearing is for me to determine conditions of your release. All right, you've got a $2,500 bond, a $100 bond. We can have that hearing today where I can review the affidavit, your history, and other factors and determine if those bonds are appropriate or not appropriate. Or I can roll this to tomorrow, give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer, or you can just bond out. What do you want to do? Do you have any questions?
I believe the bond's already been placed, sir.
Your Honor, he also qualifies for PTR,
Yeah.
and State would have no objection.
Bond hasn't been placed, Your Honor.
No, nobody's posted your bond yet. So you want to go forward and I can review everything and make some changes that might be appropriate?
Yes, sir.
All right, I review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, or no public defender, he makes 200K. I'll give you pretrial release if you want it. You can get released, you don't have to post a bond, they just monitor you, make sure you don't do anything wrong. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, see you later. Your name, ma'am? All right, 22 CF 11630 AO, possession of cocaine, review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I will stay your bond, or she qualifies for PTR.
Pretrial release.
All right, thank you. See you later.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Oh, that's not.
All right, 22 CF 11597 AO, possession of firearm by a convicted felon via arrest warrant, or no, this was a PC, wasn't it? Yep. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, I'll stay your bond. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Your name? All right, 22 CF 11598 AO, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll set your bond at 4,000. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
Octavius DeVos. Refused, Your Honor.
All right, out on bond on a possession of a controlled substance, 22 CF 7576 AO. Out on bond on a possession of cocaine, 22 CF 9957 AO. Here today, 22 CF 11584 AO. Possession of a controlled substance and burglary, and temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right. I'll stay the bond on count 2 and reduce count 1 to $150, having found probable cause. And what's the status of the case that he's out on bond?
On the 7567, State has not yet filed. He picked it up at the end of June. And on the 9957, State has not filed. He picked that up end of August.
I'll take no action on those cases. Yep. All right. Your name, ma'am? All right, you got an open case, grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle, 22 CF 1182 AO out of Osceola, here today in 22 CF 11625. Grand theft of a motor vehicle, same offense. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Attorney.
I'm sorry?
Attorney.
You'll get a lawyer? Okay. You want to go forward with this hearing today knowing that I could revoke your bond and you might sit in here on no bond without a lawyer? Do you want me to roll this 24 hours for you to hire a lawyer? You can come back and have this hearing knowing that that's on the line.
I'm sorry.
So you're out on bond for stealing a car, and you're here today for stealing a car. And so when you're out on bond for stealing a car, if you get caught stealing a car, I could revoke your bond on that other case. So you might sit in here with no bond, all right? I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm just saying that that's on the table. So do you want to have a hearing today and make that determination without a lawyer? Because you said you're going to get a lawyer. So I can continue this to tomorrow, give you 24 hours, come back, and we can have this hearing tomorrow with a lawyer.
Okay. With the lawyer.
All right, so I'll roll this to tomorrow, give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer. Okay. Thank you.
Anne Marie Holmes, bonded.
Bonded.
Angie Homey, H-O-M-E.
Yeah.
He refused, Your Honor.
Refused. 22 CF 11618 AO, homie refused. Temporarily appoint. Waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll stay the bond, having found probable cause. Your name, sir?
Ronnie Irizarry.
All right, sir, out on bond on a carrying a concealed firearm, 22 CF 6791 AO. Here today, 22 CF 11628 AO, possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams, possession of oxycodone, possession of Oxycontin. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay the bonds in that case. And the case that you're out on bond, I'll revoke your release in that case. I'll set a new bond of $10,000. Your name, sir? All right, so you're here on an aggravated assault with a firearm in 22 CF 11605 AO. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Public defender.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
How much money do you make? 200?
1650.
All right, an hour, a day, a year? And how many hours a week do you work?
I'm part-time,
So how many hours a week do you work?
like 40 a week.
Well, 40's full-time.
I get paid like every 2 weeks, so it's like 40,
So what's your paycheck every 2 weeks?
like 700.
Okay.
600.
All right, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Stated any input with regards to release on the aggravated assault with a firearm?
Your Honor, we just ask that you stay the bond and stay the bond on the other two counts as well.
All right, so I have a bond correction form that says it should be at no bond, so 2,500?
Yes.
All right, any input from the defense?
I just asked that if you set count one at 2,500, you treat the other two counts as subsidiaries.
All right, I'll stay count one, reduce count two to $100, and count three to $150.
Your Honor,
Do not
we ask-
possess, oh, go on. Huh? Yeah, set stay, and then do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and no contact with the alleged victim. Get it? Your name? Your name?
Sebastian Lacombe.
All right, 22 CF 11645 AO, fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer, grand theft, third degree of a firearm, possession of tetrahydrocannabinol, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams with a weapon, possession of psilocybin, possession of a firearm, and the commission of a felony. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll set your bond on count one at 3,500, count two at 150, count three at 150. I'll stay count four, count five 150, count six 150, and count seven 150. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I got mine.
Your name, ma'am?
Julie Lutz.
All right, out on bond on a trafficking in 14 grams or more of methamphetamine, possession of Xanax, trespass in a structure or conveyance, and 21 CF 8214 AO. You're here today in 22 CF 5557 AO, dealing in stolen property trafficking, and false verification ownership, secondhand dealer greater than or equal to $300. Via probable cause order, according to this, your bond is set at $1,500 on count one, $300 on count two, with conditions no contact directly with the victim, co-defendants, or witnesses, and do not return to the scene of the offense. Were you interested in this, and you also have 22 MM 6778 AO resisting, review that affidavit, found probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender on both your cases, and I'll stay your bonds.
On the out on bond, Your Honor?
No action.
What's the status of that case?
It was filed back
All
in
right, I'll
2021.
revoke your release in that case, let the judge sign in that case, determine what a reasonable bond is.
Hold on, let me see. I believe she's
It's,
stated this occurred,
What about the resisting?
resisting is new, Your Honor. So your other ones, yeah, but the resisting is new. Yeah.
Your name, sir?
Good morning, Lucius Levine.
All right, you're out on bond on a lewd and lascivious molestation in 21 CF 9792 AO. You're here today in 22 CF 11644 AO. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause. Appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bonds on the new case. I'll revoke your release in the case that you're out on bond. Let the judge assign to that case determine what a reasonable bond is for you.
Revoked your bond. No, just one.
Your name, sir?
Diane Martin.
All right, you're here in 22 MM 6482 AO, possession of cannabis, possession of drug paraphernalia. Out on bond on that, here today in 22 CF 112370, aggravated battery, great bodily harm. Via arrest warrant, according to this, your bond is set at $7,500. With conditions, no firearms, no contact with the victim, and no return to 7-Eleven. I will appoint the public defender on those two cases. And I think you're also here on 22 CF 11620 AO, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, and possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams. Review that affidavit, found probable cause. I'll state count one and reduce count two to $150. And the case that you're out on bond, I'll revoke your release in that case. Let the judge assign to that case, determine what a reasonable bond is. No, don't do that. No. They were each 1,000. Stayed one, and then two I reduced to 100. 150, 150. That's what it said on the warrant. So that paperwork is wrong. Now it's right. All right, good luck. Your name, sir? All right, 22 CF 1677 AO, failure to appear. According to this, you failed to appear for grand theft, third degree. Your bond is set at $2,500. I'll appoint the public defender if they're not already appointed. Your name?
Ian Newkirk.
22 CF 11604 AO, aggravated assault with a firearm, trespass on property after warning. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, re-interested in the services of the public defender. Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Hire a private attorney,
Do you know
please.
who you're going to hire?
Nah, my wife might. She's handling it right now as far as I know. I don't know if she has somebody yet.
All right. So the purpose of this hearing is to determine conditions of your release. Do you want to go forward today without your lawyer, or do you want me to roll this 24 hours for you to hire a lawyer?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Do I?
So right now, we're gonna determine conditions of your release.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have a hearing, maybe. Do you want to do it today without a lawyer, or do you want me to roll this to tomorrow? I'll give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer, and then you'll come back tomorrow and have this hearing.
Can we do it? Can we do it today? I'm not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Review the affidavit, found probable cause, and then I'll set count one at $2,500 and count two at $100. No contact, no return, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, see you.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
It's Lawson Don.
21 CF 15032 AO, robbery by sudden snatching via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at $2,500. With conditions, no contact with the victims, no return to the scene, no weapons or firearms. I'll stay those conditions in bond and appoint the public defender. Your name, sir?
Ronald Paramore.
All right, ROR on a possession of cocaine, 22 CF 6177 AO. Here today on a possession of MDMA ecstasy, 22 CF 11623 AO. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay the bond and I'll take no action in the case that you're out on bond. Your name, sir?
Sergio Perez.
All right, so you're here in 22 CF 10349 AO on a Duelis. Your bond on that is set at $5,000. It looks like somebody posted your bond, but the bail bondsman came off of it. I'll set that bond at $2,500 for you, okay? I'll appoint the public defender. Your name, sir? Sir? Your name?
Deshaun Roberts.
All right, 22 CF 11603 AO, petty theft with 2 priors. Reviewed the affidavit. Found probable cause. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
For this case, I feel like I can represent myself.
All right, I'll set your bond at $500, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor, state would ask for no return.
No return to the scene. Your name? Oh, eye contact. Name.
Marcus Robinson.
All right, 21 CF 4895 AO, failure to appear on a fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer. According to this, you failed to appear for pretrial or case management conference on 9/30 of last year. Your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your name?
Joseph Anthony Rodriguez.
All right, out on bond on a battery on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts. A resisting officer with violence, 2 counts in 22 CF 8008 AO. You're here today in 2022 CF 11643 AO. Possession of MDMA ecstasy being parked in a park after hours. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay your bonds on the new case, and I'll revoke your release on the case that you're out on bond. Let the judge assign that case determine what a reasonable bond is.
What does that mean?
Can't bond.
Your name, sir?
Santoro.
All right, 22 CF 11635 AO. You're here on 1 count of fleeing or eluding law enforcement officer, licensed sirens, and 1 count of resisting officer without violence. According to your financial affidavit, sir, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. The public defender is for individuals that are indigent that cannot afford a lawyer, okay? So right now you're sitting on no bond, which means you cannot get out of jail. You got to see a judge, today is me, to get out of jail. So you can either go forward today without a lawyer, I can give you conditions so that you can bond out, or I can roll this to tomorrow, give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer, and you can come back and we can do this tomorrow. I'll go today
what was
without a
the-
lawyer or tomorrow with a lawyer.
What was the first option?
Right now, without a lawyer.
And that's to get a bond?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right. I'll set your bond at $5,000 on count 1 and $100 on count 2 in case number 11635 AO, and then in 22 CT 5606 AO, I'll stay your bond in that case.
Your Honor, he has a third case as well.
What's the third one?
A trafficking and a paraphernalia. 11629.
You got that one? Uh-huh. This is Santoro.
Mm-hmm. John?
I just have a fleeing with a resisting and then a duelist.
I have the third, and I have it on the first appearance information sheet too.
Yeah, I don't have that one. 11629,
Mhm.
trafficking in greater than or equal to 10 grams of meth, MDMA, but less than 200 grams, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Mhm.
So that's not, let me see that paperwork. It's listed on that same,
Same agency case number as well.
yeah, I don't know. Anybody have that paperwork?
Looks like
I can print you a copy.
yesterday, he was arrested for it.
Yeah. PTR, do you have him supposed to be seen on that today? The 11629?
Let's see.
Should we roll into tomorrow for that? Yeah, so I don't have all your charges. You got some pretty serious charges that I don't have that you're probably gonna come back and see me tomorrow on. Okay? All right. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Your Honor.
Yep. Your name?
Algernon Sinclair.
All right, you're out on bond on a possession of, oh yeah, give me this one, dimethylethylamine. 22 CF 3110 AO. You're here today in, 22 CF 11437 AO, trafficking in greater than or equal to, 400 grams of MDMA ecstasy, possession of a concealed weapon, possession of cocaine by arrest warrant, according to this count one, set at 2,500, count two, 3,500, count three, 1,500 for a total of $255,000. You're also here in a criminal mischief greater than 200, less than 1,000, and 22 MM 6499. According to that, your bond is set at no bond. Actually, I'm sorry, it says $500. Stay away from the victim and her residence. That's a condition. I'm going to consider that to be a no contact. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you on both of these cases, and I'll stay your bond on that case, and I'll revoke your release in the case that you're out on bond. Let the judge assign that case determine what a reasonable bond is.
Your Honor, I don't have an out on bond case. Can you give me the case number?
Case number, Madam Clerk?
22 CF 3110.
3110.
Thank you.
And you revoked it?
Yes.
I don't know. Yes, we gotta go to the judge.
All right, your name, sir, or contacts?
Matthew Singh.
All right, 22 CF 10086 AO, trafficking in methamphetamines greater than 28 grams, trafficking in heroin greater than 4 but less than 30 kilograms, possession of meth, possession of heroin, possession of cannabis, possession of drug paraphernalia. Via arrest warrant, according to this, your bond is set at 100,000 on count one, 50 on two, 2,500 on three, 7,500, 2,500, or 250, 100. Do not possess or consume any illegal substances. Do not possess or own any firearms. And I'm going to stay your bonds in this case. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent? Oh, yeah, I appointed the PD. Sorry. Who is this person? Scott Zilla. Did we lose Scott Zilla? I thought at the bottom was a Wilson or something. No, it is Scott Zilla. You're stuck back there. Your name?
Skinner.
22 CF 11640 AO, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia. And you're also here in 22 CT 5605 AO, DUI. Reviewed those affidavits, found probable cause, point the. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I have private attorney.
Okay, all right. I'll stay your bonds on all your cases, and see you later.
What does that mean?
I mean, I didn't raise your bonds or reduce them, I just stayed them. 1,000 on count one, 100 on two, and then 500 on the other. All right, yep. Your name, sir? All right, out on bond on a possession of firearm by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition, carrying a concealed firearm, possession of cocaine, 22 CF 7344 AO. Out on bond on a 22 CT 4832 AO, Dwillis. Here today, 22 CF 11632 AO, possession of MDMA ecstasy. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay your bond at 1,000 on that. And on your two cases that you're out on bond, I'll revoke your release. On the Dwillis, I'll set a new bond of $5,000. The other one, I'll let the judge assign to that case determine what a reasonable bond is for you.
Can't bond out.
You're out on bond for drugs, you get picked up for drugs. And I wouldn't say anything. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't. That would be an admission, maybe. All right, your name, sir?
Jason Stone.
All right, 22 CF 11626 AO, trafficking in cocaine greater than 28 grams, less than 200 grams, attempted sale, delivery of cannabis, possession of a controlled substance, possession of hash. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Supposedly my private attorney was contacted
Who's your lawyer?
last night.
Who's your lawyer?
I don't have the card on me, so I do not know her name off the top of my head.
Well, she's not here. You want me to roll this to tomorrow for her to appear?
I'm gonna say, I guess go with public defender.
Do you have a job?
I work part-time with a friend of mine.
How much money do you make?
Not much, obviously, but
Without numbers, I can't qualify you by not much and part-time.
Yep.
So what are the numbers?
I don't have numbers, sir.
Okay, then I can't qualify you for the public defender. So do you want to go forward today without a lawyer? Or you want me to roll this to tomorrow so that your lawyer can show up?
I'll have to wait for tomorrow.
Okay, all right, I'll roll you to tomorrow. Let her know that it's, when you figure out who it is, let her know it's gonna be at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
All right. Your name, sir?
Marco Terra.
All right, 22 CF 11641 AO, fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer and carrying a concealed firearm. And then you're also, I thought you had two cases. You have two?
A fugitive warrant?
No.
No? Okay. I'll review that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll set count 1 at 3,500 and count 2 at 150, okay? Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
I think that's it. Here. No, you can't. It's Dawson County.
Your name?
Angel Manuel Tarver.
What happened? What was that last guy's name? What was the last guy's name? Okay. What happened to Christopher Tarbo? Tarbo, Tarbox.
AR?
Want the inmate number? 220-23488.
Bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded, Madam Clerk. All right, 22 CF 11622 AO, possession of methamphetamine. Were you interested in services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I represent myself.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay your bond at 1,000.
No, he doesn't have it.
Your name? Oh, eye contact. Yep.
With the A as the first name, A-S-A-J.
Yeah, Ajat,
He bonded, Your Honor.
bonded. And your name?
Robert Thomas.
All right, 22 CF 3773 AO, failure to appear on a grand theft third degree. According to this, you failed to appear for case management conference on 9/6 of this year. Your bond set at $6,000. I'll appoint the PD if they haven't already been appointed.
You're welcome.
Turner?
She's medical, Your Honor.
All right, 22 CF 11631 AO, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay count 1 and reduce count 2 to 100. No contact with the alleged victim. All right, your name, sir?
Humberto Vasquez.
All right, out on bond on possession of burglary tools, criminal mischief, 2022 CF 6766 AO. Here today in 22 CF 11579 AO, possession of methamphetamine, alprazolam amphetamine. Review that affidavit, found probable cause. Appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bond on count 1 and reduce counts 2 and 3 to 150 each. What's the status of the case that he's out on bond?
It's been filed.
I'll revoke your release in that case. I'll set a new bond of 5,000 on count 1 and 1,000 on count 2.
So you revoked my first bond?
Yeah, but I gave you new bonds on it.
New bonds. You can bond out again.
I can buy it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
What were the bonds again, Your Honor? 5,000?
5,000 and 1,000. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Right.
All right, 22 CF 11633 AO, carrying a concealed firearm and possession of cocaine. Sir, according to your financial affidavit, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender, so I can't appoint a lawyer to represent you. You're gonna have to hire your own lawyer, okay? Or represent yourself. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. You qualify for pretrial release. I can release you through pretrial release, or I could set your bond, reduce count 1 to 1,000 and stay count 2. You wanna post the bonds of 1,150, or do you wanna be released on pretrial release? Do you have any questions?
Pre-trial release?
All right, I'll do the pretrial release and then, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? All right, thank you. Your name? All right, 22 CF 11639 AO, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I got a private attorney,
Who's your lawyer?
Ken Lewis.
I thought Ken Lewis moved to like Pennsylvania a while ago. When's the last time you talked to Ken?
He just went on vacation like 2 days ago.
All right. Do you want to go forward with this hearing today without Ken, or do you want me to roll this to tomorrow? See if Ken gets back from vacation and can represent you at this hearing. It's an add-on to some other charges that you have.
The add-on?
Yeah, you got some other charges going on?
Nah.
No? Says that, huh?
What is the charge I got?
Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
That's another add-on charge?
Yep. You want to go forward with that? I can set your bond on that now, or do you want me to roll it to tomorrow for you?
You could just set my bond on that right now.
All right, I'll set it at $4,000 for you, okay?
Yeah.
All right. See you later. All right, how about Mahone? 5490.
Granted.
Notice of non-filing from Jesse Schuster.
Yes.
Anything else from the state?
No, Judge.
PD?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone? Anything for the good of the world? Madam? See ya.